Alderperson Hans Walther, would you step forward, sir? Where are you, Mr. Walther? Come on up. In recognition of your dedicated public service as an alderperson on the Stevens Point Common Council, the people of the city of Stevens Point extend their profound appreciation and sincere gratitude to Hans Walther. Mr. Walther joined the City Council in December of 1995, just a few months after some of us were elected, and remained on the council until April of 2010, then rejoined with the death of the alderperson representing that. Mr. Walther, please accept on behalf of the city our heartfelt gratitude and thank you. You have the floor.
Wow, it seems like I've been here before. I'll have two of these now. It's kind of like deja vu all over again here. I think everybody knows what a big UWSP men's basketball Pointer fan me and my family are, and I got to thinking about it the other day, and it was just back in April of 2010 that the Pointers won their last national championship prior to the one they just won, and I just wonder if it's some kind of conspiracy out there or something. Who knows? No, but seriously, I would like to thank the Stevens Point City Council for giving me the opportunity to serve on council since October up until this month. I feel I've done a really good job. I've attended the meetings. I hosted a listening session. I've talked to hundreds of my constituents, and I really have no regrets as far as what's gone on the last couple months. And I truly have been involved in the issues, both dealing with my district and dealing with the city. It was after the election, my thoughts turned to a comment that I had heard from a very prominent Portage County Republican. And he said to me, if this was when I decided to run for state assembly back in 1996, he goes, "You're taking a great risk in associating yourself with the Republican Party." And he says, you may not be able to get elected or reelected to anything again in the city of Stevens Point. And my comment to him was, I have more faith in the electorate of Stevens Point. And I said, I'm sorry, I just don't believe you. Kind of reflecting upon it now, I wonder if he did have some, a little bit of knowledge there. But, that's hindsight. And again, I have no regrets as far as anything that I've done politically or any comments I've made. And I'm proud to say I'm a Republican. And if that affected some of the election results, so be it. I'm going to be totally honest with everybody, and that's always been my style, the way I decide to run my campaigns and the way I decide to act in regards to politics. I think it is important to realize this is a nonpartisan position. And most of the alderpersons that I have served with through my many years are Democrat. And you know something? Not once has this ever come up as an issue. I feel I've had very, very good working relationship with all the alderpersons that I've worked with. And the alderpersons that I've worked with, we all work for what's best for the city and what's best for our district. We may not always agree, but the majority of the time we can work together and work it out. Finally, advice to new council members. I think it's very important that the city of Stevens Point continue to grow. New growth and new construction is very, very, very important, because the last thing as the city of Stevens Point that we want to do is to have to cut services or to lay off any of our employees. I mean, right now we have outstanding services in the city of Stevens Point, and we have outstanding employees. But the only way that we're going to be able to maintain this, the way the current structure works in the state, is to continue new growth and new construction. We have to be very aggressive and work with the department heads to keep this city growing. And again, I would like to thank my constituents that I've had throughout the years and all the alderpersons that I've worked with. It truly has been a pleasure.